where this game came from. It came from here, it came from Somerstown. This is Somerstown. And we haven't got the space. We never had the time, we haven't the money. So if we were going to play cricket, we had to play cricket the way we're playing now. Cage cricket, it's the only thing we had.
I grew up in circumstances that could make guys fool. I can see through my eyes all around that. Not everything's cool. One parent, no caring. Money gets earned and it's disappearing.
For the people living in estates like this, they don't have the chance to play. So what they do have are these 12,500 multi-use games areas across the UK. So by devising a game and putting it within that infrastructure that we've got a cost-effective way of these kids playing. So why not give the opportunity to kids with athletic ability, not actually what school they go to, how much money their parents have got, and things like that. That's why it works in these areas.
You need space. Even in 2020, it shortens the game, it adds colour and vibrancy to the game. But from these point of view, the people here, they still need 22 players, you still need a field, you still need the space. You know, they can't afford willow bats, can't afford leather balls, especially with all this glass around, or to use leather balls. But here, all they've got are these movers.
And they wait for the support worker, youth worker or cricket coach to come into these areas and actually play sessions. But the problem is when those coaches pack up the gear and then leave. That's when it's tough.
I won't let what I can do burn away. I won't stop because of what I heard them say. I got fans, not fiends, plans, not dreams, but I've still been putting in work since day.
I work with young football teams around here, and they're very, very successful young football teams with great hand-to-eye coordination, great little athletes. Would love, in theory, to play cricket, but the moment we take them down to the cricket grounds in Southsea and they see the whites and they see the space, they seem to panic. They don't want to know. That said, those that we've brought into the cage and have played cage cricket and developed and progressed and feel comfortable with the bat and the ball, they're then happy, much more happy, to go out and play cricket. And we've taken some guys through to the parent game, through cage cricket. But it's that first step, and it's a step that they feel comfortable with, that speaks their language, that they understand. And the language of cricket, the whites, the old school, Thai, etc., is not their language. This is.
Cage cricket is fun. We've loved the association with the Respect programme and the cage cricket. What it's done for our pupils is simplify the game in terms of the skills that the pupils need, but also in terms of the scoring of the game and the way that the game is sequenced and the way that the game is easy to follow. Especially for our pupils with autism, that's been really useful, so they can follow the numbers, they can follow the colours, and it's easy for them to follow that sequence, and it's made the game accessible for all of our students. We've had the association with the Respect programme for about 4 or 5 years, but we've started doing a cage cricket club this year. We piloted it last year, and then we've begun doing an after-school club 1 day a week this year, which was really popular with the pupils, and we had quite a lot turning up every night to take part in that.
It's so obvious, not hard to see. To believe in you shine like the brightest star in my sky. Whoa.
And it's taken a game that normally they're not interested in. Cricket in the whites, 11 people on a pitch just wouldn't be their cup of tea, and it wouldn't be accessible. And what it's done is made that accessible for them, and we're hoping that we'll carry it on. I mean, it's mainly been done with our secondary pupils, but it's accessible for everybody. We do have some primary pupils who play, and it just means that if you're a wheelchair user, if you have a physical disability, if you have autism, everybody can play at the same time. It doesn't matter what your abilities are, you can compete with other people, so that's what makes it really a good game for our school. You can compete against yourself, you don't have to compete against the other players in the game. You can set yourself a target of how many you want to score, you can try and beat last week's score, so you can actually have an individual target as well as sort of competing with another team. What we'd love to do is get more special schools around our area playing, so we can set up a little league and we can have fixtures and play more regularly. But it's a fantastic game. I'd encourage everybody to get involved.